I'm making this great side dish of couscous and roasted tomatoes and chickpeas with sauteed almonds. I'm going to show you a great technique on how to roast your tomatoes so they taste so wonderful. And I'll show you how to make couscous if you don't know already. You'll find this recipe at Diane's World Cooking on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. You're going to peel and you're going to mince 3 large garlic cloves, and I love splitting them in half like this and then mincing them fine. I'm also going to have some sliced almonds, and I'm going to toast them first. So put them in a dry pan and put your heat on about medium, but keep your eye on them. They can burn really easily, so remove them from the pan as soon as you can and cool them down a little bit. I'm adding a couple of tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to a pan, and I'm going to add that garlic, and I'm going to cook it for just barely a minute. I just want to get it toasted off a little bit. Now here comes the couscous. Add 1 cup of couscous to the pan, and you're going to want to take that and mix it up with that toasted garlic. So after that, you're going to add 2 cups of chicken stock, and you could use a vegetarian stock, or you could even make this with water if you want. It's still going to taste great. Bring this to a really quick boil and then turn it down right away and put a lid on it. And this is going to be ready in about 5 to 8 minutes, believe it or not. Look at it, it's absorbed all of the broth. It's really good to take a fork and fluff it up at this point. Your couscous can get really clumpy. Now I'm going to add those toasted almonds, and I'm also going to be adding 1 can of chickpeas that I have rinsed. That's a 15-ounce can. And now you're just going to stir this up very carefully. I'm going to be roasting some grape tomatoes. I find that they're really delicious. They have a beautiful flavor, so wash them and dry them. And now add some extra virgin olive oil to the bowl. Just drizzle it on until you totally coat those tomatoes. Don't worry if you have a little bit of extra olive oil at the bottom of the bowl. I'm going to also salt and pepper them, and I love to use kosher or sea salt. So mix them really well and get a cookie sheet and pop those on and make sure they're spread out and add that extra oil. You're going to want it later on. So place this into a preheated 425-degree oven, and I'm cooking them for about 28 to 30 minutes. Look at how beautiful they are, totally caramelized and collapsed, and that's what you want. I'm just going to quickly fluff up my couscous pilaf so that it's not clumpy. And here goes the tomatoes along with all of the juices that came out of them and that olive oil. It's going to make your pilaf taste so good. Carefully fold in your tomatoes. You kind of want to keep them a little bit whole if you can. They're just beautiful. And look at this. What a great side dish, or a regular dish to eat anytime. I have some fresh basil, just a little bit, and I also have some fresh oregano. You can use any fresh herb that you want. Now here's some salt and pepper at the end, just to get those flavors popping. And use a fork to fluff this up too. It's time for the taste test. This is just so beautiful to look at, and this is going to be so full of flavor and nutritious with those chickpeas in here. So let me take a bite. I'll grab one of those roasted tomatoes. It's so full of flavor. I'm not sure you can do that much better for a side dish. This is really pretty incredible. And look at how easy it was to make. The only time it took was to roast those tomatoes. The couscous was a breeze. You'll have a beautiful side dish on the table before you know it. Or just have this for a meal, as I said. Thanks for watching. And if you want to help support my channel, you can go to ko-fi.com and make a small donation. And I'd so much appreciate it. And the link is in the description box below.